Here we go, and we are live, back again, once again, continuing this shiny hunt for Munchlax. Now, I don't know if I've ever streamed on a Saturday like this, so to anyone that may be tuning in, I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. Today, like I said, we're just continuing this shiny hunt for Munchlax. It was Saturday, I was just hanging out. It's getting kind of cold outside, so I'm not out playing Pokemon Go as much as I normally do. I kind of only go out and play now in the kind of winter months of the year. I know it's not winter yet, still technically November, but it's starting to get cold outside. I don't normally only really go out in the cold like this when there's actual events and stuff to play. And today, there isn't an event to play. There's nothing going on in Pokemon Go right now, so I'm like, you know what? Rather than just kind of sitting around doing nothing, let's fire up the stream and continue our shiny hunt for Munchlax. Catch up, thank you for tuning in, I appreciate it. I'm not going to waste any time here. I'm going to fire up the game right away. Get right into it. I want to find this this shiny Munchlax so bad. I'm worried, like, guys, I got to be honest with you. I'm worried. Is this turning into Frigibax all over again? I mean, with Frigibax, it took a long time. Mail, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate anyone tuning in. Thank you so much. Again, I normally don't stream on Saturdays like this, but I was just didn't really have much going on. So I'm like, you know what? Let's stream. Why not? How about it? Let's have a stream. Because I'm getting kind of worried with Munchlax, if I'm being honest. We have been only using Herba Mystica sandwiches. We are 9 Herba Mystica sandwiches deep, and we've yet to find the shiny. So, yeah, like, that's not really good news. So, hopefully we'll manage to get it today. And I was reading some stuff about, I was watching some stuff about, what was I gonna say? Like, good Pokemon in VGC right now. Apparently that Ogerpon I have is cracked. The fire one's apparently, like, just a true all-out attacker. I'm like, hey, that's what I like to see. Yeah, flashbacks to Frigibax, exactly. But, oh, yo. Hang on, let me lock in on the sandwich real quick. I got something to talk about in regards to shiny Frigibax, and most importantly, shiny Baxcalibur. Oh my god, that almost fell off. Maybe it's because I haven't put the top on the sandwich. Should I put the top on the sandwich? There we go. Let's go. Drop the top on the sandwich, and now we're going to get it this time. Watch. We're going to get it this time. Keep getting Shadowman on Pokemon Go. Maybe did you cheat in the game? If you cheated in the game, you're probably, if, like, spoofing's what they call it, then your account's probably gone. I hate to break it to you. If you didn't, though, I don't know why it would be like that. I mean, like, knock on wood, dude, people complain about issues in Pokemon Go all the time. The only issues I've ever had are, like, connection issues logging in. Like, besides that, I've never had any issues before with the game. I gotta knock on wood saying that. Hopefully I don't have any issues going forward. But catch up. The flashbacks to shiny Frigibax. Speaking of shiny Frigibax, is that shiny? We didn't get a shiny off the rip, did we? No, that's not blue enough. Speaking of shiny Frigibax, did you guys see the new set coming out, Paldean Fates? It's the new, like, I mean, if I'm being honest, it's cool that we get this now, but, like, it kind of takes away the allure of the shiny Pokemon cards. Those have kind of been dead for a while now. Who am I even kidding? That's not even a viable argument, I think, if we're being completely honest. It's cool. I like it. Paldean Fates. First set, we had Shining Fates during the Sun and Moon era with all the shiny Pokemon. Then we had Shining Fates, the shiny set for Sword and Shield. Now we have Paldean Fates, the shiny set of Scarlet and Violet. Now, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be cool. And I just want to say, the two things I'm looking forward to the most, I'm going to make a short out of both of these. I think I'll make them for tomorrow. There is a shiny Charizard EX tin that looks insane. It's a Dark Terror type Charizard, just like, screw you, Graveler, just like the one from Obsidian Flames. And the Charizard on the, like, dude, it's the coolest tin I've ever seen. And it's in the new design for the tins. It's in, let me grab the tin. I have a tin down here. It's in this design for the tins, but they're also making them in the OG design for the tins, and apparently those are European exclusive. But if I'm being honest, I think those look cooler than the other ones. So I might be trying to get a European exclusive tin. I might try to buy one off eBay or something like that, just to get it to have sealed in my collection. Because that's something, dude, I am not opening at all. You guys are going to see me. You're going to see your boy, the Pokey, play. I'll probably have him on stream showing you guys, but I'm not going to be opening them. No way I'm opening those things. No way I am opening up one of those Charizard tins. Those are too cool. I'm keeping that sealed 100%. Man, are you for real? You actually got banned on Pokemon Go? I've never heard of anyone getting banned on Pokemon Go. If I'm being honest, I don't even know what to do. Niantic help, maybe? I've never heard of anyone getting banned before. Oh my god. Why are there so many Munchlax? I've never had this many Munchlax before. You guys have been seeing me do these streams for hours. This is the 10th Herba Mystica sandwich we've used. Is it because we put the top on the sandwich? I mean, as I say that now, there's nothing over here. I'm kind of speechless right now. Do you see how many there were up there? Or not even. Oh no, we do the middle zoom for this one. That was crazy. I'm the leader of the Munchlax. I now send them all to you. Speaking of Munchlax, tomorrow's stream we're gonna do another tier. Was that shiny? Ah. Tomorrow's stream we're gonna do another tier list. And I'll give you a hint of what it is. Munchlax will be on the tier list. And I mean, I don't want to be mean to Munchlax, but you know, his ranking on that tier list might sway based on how this stream today goes. So if it's shiny, Moonpapa won't kill him, right? Alright, he dropped that one. That's not shiny. Is it... Dude, it might be because I put the top on the sandwich. Or maybe just up here as juice spawns all of a sudden? Open the rock. But back to what I was saying before, sorry. All those Munchlax that were over here looked at... Yeah, now there's none over here. But, as I was saying, I was just gonna start talking about all the Munchlax again. There's that new tin for Paldean Fates with the shiny Charizard one. And I mean, I do admit, it is kind of, dude, we were talking yesterday how people complained there's too much, or I was complaining there's too much Pikachu and I complained about that because nobody complains about how much Pikachu there is. Everyone complains about how much Charizard there is. And if I'm being honest, like, I could agree. I like that we had the Dark Terra type Charizard because that's what the guy in the anime has. I don't even know his name. It's not Roy. Roy's the kid. What's his name? The guy with the Pikachu and the Charizard in the anime. I have no idea what his name is. But nonetheless, that guy. He has a Dark Terra type Charizard. So, that was cool. That was cool. But, like, Hidden Fates, Shiny Charizard was the chase card. Shining Fates, Shiny Charizard VMAX was the chase card. Now, Paldean Fates, Shiny Charizard EX is the chase card as well. Like, is that not a little too much? Like, it's just a little too much Charizard, I think. It's cool. The card's awesome, but, like, I don't really think it's necessary. Like, it's, how should I say? I was gonna say it shouldn't be, it'd be fine if it was just in the set and wasn't promoted. And, like, it's not even on the pack arts. It does have the tins, which I'm happy with the tins. I think the tins are cool, but, like, it just, like, for the longest time, I always argued, like, it makes sense for all the Charizard stuff we have. But now, I can't even argue against it. There is a little too much Charizard now. Like, I'm not gonna complain about it. I like Charizard. Charizard's one of my favorite Pokemon. So I think it's cool, but I can fully... like, before I was like, when people were making that argument, I was like, arguing against it. Like, I don't really think so. But now I'm like, yeah, 100% there is too much Charizard, you can say. I think it's safe to say. But I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. I like it. I like all the Charizards. I think they're cool. That tin, like I said, is probably my favorite looking tin of all time. And I'm going to get that for sure. I'll have a couple of them, definitely, and have one. I'm going to have to put one up on the shelf over there with the Charizards. Maybe put it next to Wild Blaze, the booster box. For those that don't know, XY Wild Blaze is the Japanese version of Flash Fire. The first ever booster box I opened up. But that set as a whole seems really interesting because we look at Hidden Fates and we look at Shining Fates as well, right? Both of those, it was a little bit until we got those in terms of the new generation. Like, because Hidden Fates, what it did was it took the full art cards of all of the cards from the Sun and Moon era and made them shine, not all of them, but a good majority of them, and made them shiny Pokemon. Or I should say, all of the shiny cards in Hidden Fates were just normal full art cards in other sets during Sun and Moon. Then with, did Shining Fates do the same thing? I don't think it did. I don't think Shining Fates did the same thing Hidden Fates did. But nonetheless, like, Shining Fates came a little bit into Sword and Shield. It wasn't like right away. This set feels like right away. So maybe we don't have... Let's put Donde first, because Roompapa's getting injured by all these guys. Let's put the Ace of Aces. Mail. The supposed name for Paradox Entei is Royal Beast. Did A-Drive make a video on it? A-Drive probably already made a full video on it, didn't he? He knows, I'm telling you guys, A-Drive knows more than Pokemon. A-Drive knows what Pokemon's going to do before Pokemon knows they're going to do it. That's how much he knows. Royal Beast. That's the coolest name. Because we have Walking Wake. Raging Bolt's a pretty cool name. Nah, I think Raging Bolt might be my favorite name. But Royal Beast is cool as well. Are there leaks of what it looks like? I saw there's been a lot of leaks for Pokemon Go recently. Like, we know, I mean, the Calm Day up until February, I think. It's supposed to be Chansey in February, which sucks. I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but I've had a bunch of shiny Chanseys already. And, like, Chansey isn't a Pokemon people use in VGC. I couldn't imagine it being viable in that. Or VGC, in Go Battle League. I wonder if this one's going to look like what the one in the book looked like. Because there's the... it's called the Scarlet book, right? In Violet, I assume it was the Violet book. And in there, they had, like, the drawings and stuff of the supposed monsters and Paradox Pokemon. And the one looked like it was, it looked like a Entei. If I'm being honest, though, they had the one for the Cobalion and all them, too. And I thought they were just a combination of all three. But, I mean, since Entei's the only one we don't have yet, I could see that, maybe. And Royal Beast would kind of fit the name of the one I'm imagining, or from the one I saw. You know what, can I go open the Scarlet book? Is that like in the library when you go into the school? All I'm hoping for is in this new set, we get a shiny Munchlax and Snorlax. I don't think we've ever got a shiny Munchlax card. We've only had one shiny... Ooh, is it only... I think there's only been one shiny Snorlax card, and it was the one from Chilling Reign. If I'm being honest, I don't like too much. It's fine, but, like, I don't know. I just never really liked it that much. I was really hoping in Shining Fate we would have got a shiny Snorlax, because there was a full art Snorlax in Sword Shield base, and the full art was cool. I'm like, imagine just that one's just shiny and has stars in the background for the design, but nope, wasn't the case. Dande's like ripping the fangs out of all these Munchlax. This is wild. Is he gonna kill him? Ah! Shiny Munchlax. Where are you? How many streams have we looked for this thing? Dude, honestly, if I'm being honest, I don't want to know. Because then I'm just going to compare it to Frigobacks. It does make sense that this one is taking longer because it is a rare spawn. And I know Frigobacks was a rare spawn as well, but when you use a Dragon Sandwich, Frigobacks is the only Dragon type spawning up there. Here we have, I mean, Hoot Hoot and Squobit, and you guys saw we found the shiny Hoot Hoot. And the shiny Squobit. Which are the two, like, common normal type spawns. Now we just need the rare normal type spawn. Dude, I suck at aiming this to have him attack. Oh, great, now it's raining. Oh, wow, look at the leaves and the plants and everything. It's not raining, it's storming over here in Kitakami. Come on, just give me that shiny Munchlax. I've never had a shiny Snorlax. On my alt, I have 2 shiny Snorlaxes with the cowboy hat, but I want a normal shiny Lax in these games. Because what I really want to do is use it to play the DLC as it comes out in December. We're getting closer and closer to that. Yo, PokeFan, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're getting closer and closer to the new DLC. Less than a month away, if I'm not mistaken. That's not shiny, is it? Donde's not attacking it. No. Great, Donde, because you're an idiot and didn't attack and you're just wasting our time. I hate Squirtle. Is Donde frozen? I broke Donde. He's not attacking anything anymore. Is he out of moves? No. Oh no, it doesn't count. It doesn't even use his moves. What am I saying? Alright, let's just keep running around. Mayo leave? I have no clue. Mayo was in here. Man. This shiny Munchlax has literally just become another grind. Like, after this sandwich, I'm gonna look how many streams we've done of this. See how long we've been at it. Oh, it stopped raining. Perfect. You know, it rained and it was all gloom and doom. Now we're about to get the shiny. Now that the rain's gone, we're going to get the shiny. Is the sandwich up? No, 14 minutes left on the sandwich. What Terra type should I make it? I saw Wolfie use water on his Lax. Because he used a Snorlax in the first tournament for the DLC. Yeah, see, not as many spawn in the area over here. Like, there's the little cliff over here where I make the sandwiches. Actually, where the heck is that little cliff where I make the sandwiches? Oh, it's this right here, right? Yeah, it's right here. There's How is Munchlax here? Never have any of them been shiny, obviously. We need some more. We need some more luck. How can we boost our shiny luck? That Munchlax almost fell over. Imagine how funny that would have been if he could have fallen backwards there and just collapses. That would have been hilarious. Munchlax, no! Once I do get the shiny, though, the first thing I have to remember to do is is to save. Because we do have autosave turned off. What is that? Oh, Bronzor. Or Bronzor. I thought that was... to me, it looked like Nebby for a second. Or like a shiny Ghastly. I couldn't tell what that was. Just a Bronzor. I have plenty shinies of that in Pokemon Go. Alright, let's just run over back to the spot we were at. This spot over here is decent. There we go. Donnie's back to attacking. Oh, so for tomorrow's stream, like, cause today I was just hanging out. Like, you know what, I want to stream. Let's stream. This stream was unplanned. Tomorrow's stream, we are still doing what was planned. Another tier list. And like I told you guys, the one we're doing is gonna have Munchlax on it. Do a Pokemon opening live? I don't have any, like... I don't have anything to really open right now. I do have some Paradox Rift, but I was saving that for another video. If I ever... See, here's the thing, like, I was gonna say, when I open booster boxes, I'm gonna do those live. But now I'm like, I don't even want to open booster boxes anymore, because I personally think booster boxes are a waste of money. I mean... booster bundles are way better, in my opinion. I made a whole video about it. One thing I am going to have a video of soon for an opening is the Pokérev pack. I think yesterday is when he released them. He released the Pokérev pack. Is it 4.0 now? And it was the holiday edition ones. And they were a little more expensive. I think they were like $5 more than before. But I'm like, you know what? I like opening those. I haven't got one in a while, so I got it. But they got some cool holiday-themed design on them. They sold out. I woke up this morning and saw he had posted saying they're sold out already, so I couldn't believe it. Pokemon, you got one too? Yeah, I got one myself. The cool part about them, I believe, is you could get a God Pack. And what Pokérev did for the God Pack is, instead of just one of, like, you either get green, red, silver, or gold, you get one of each in the one pack. That is crazy. Pokérev God Pack, that'd be wild. I've opened 2 of them so far, and I've gotten one red and then one green. I haven't had much luck with them. I think it's so cool that Pokérev does that, though. That he has his own like mystery product. Because a lot of his like, I don't watch my favorite stuff to watch from Pokérev are his streams. And then if there's like a pack or a new product I'm interested in, like for instance, when there was that Charizard box and I'm interested in those, I'll watch his videos for that. But I don't know, like in his videos, and like a lot of guys are like this, and I really don't like this, if I'm being honest, when it comes to watching this stuff. They just burn through so many packs. I'm like, it's not, for me, it's not entertaining to watch. Just see guys rip through packs like it's nothing. I mean, like, I get it. Like, they're just looking for the good cards. But then when they get the good card, like, you're speed running all these packs, and you get a good card, and it's like, oh, yay, we got it. And then you just move on and keep flying through packs. Like, I don't think that's entertaining. That's not fun to watch. I love watching his streams because, like, his streams, he goes slow opening the packs, and when he gets something good, it's like, it's crazy, it's hyped, it's awesome. Like, I like his streams because way more than his videos because of that. That's how I started watching him, too, from his streams. I think I started watching PokeRev when he had like 17K followers or subscribers. Now he's at like 2 million, right? How many subs does PokeRev have? PokeRev blew up during the pandemic. Yeah, 2.3 million, dude. That's crazy. Shout out PokeRev. He's my favorite to watch. I liked his streams of, I like the vintage ones. Where he opens a vintage pack or a booster box on stream. And obviously all the packs they already sold to people. But like, dude, seeing him open to those, like, I remember watching EX Dragon Frontiers. He got a Gold Star Mew. Obviously the Neo, we've talked about this one so many times before. But the Neo Destiny, the double Tyranitar pack, that was insane. Dark Tyranitar and Shining Tyranitar in the same pack. That was crazy. That was an awesome stream, too. I remember watching so many streams of the, like, I remember watching a Japanese fossil one. Seeing, like, Dragonite, Dragonite, Dragonite. It was so sick. Then as we were talking the stream yesterday, on the 4th of July, he did the, Legendary Collection with the, for those that don't know, Legendary Collection has the so-called Firework reverse hollows. And he did that on the 4th of July, which I thought was really cool. Pokeball does them too? I was watching a video with PokeRev. I think Pokeball was one of the other guys in it. But it was like him and these two other guys. It was cool. It was fun watching them all together. I believe PokeRev said they were like friends since when they were younger or something like that. Look at the Graveler. You know what? Donde, take out Graveler. Get that Graveler out of here. He's bringing us bad luck for the shiny right now. Ooh, Ogerpon leveled up. My Ogerpon's good. I'm gonna have to get back into that VGC with Ogerpon. Cool Trainer Ryan, that's what they are. Cool Trainer Ryan, Pokevault, and PokeRev. That's the three of them. Cool Trainer Ryan, he's the blonde one, right? I believe he is. He did the one with, he had an EX Dragon Frontiers pack. He pulled the Gold Star Charizard, dude. That was insane. I think it was a Heatran EX, not EX, Level X 10. I believe that's what it was. That was a crazy video. Like, we're getting a lot of Munchlax spawns. I feel like this is, I mean, we're getting, I mean, we did put the top in the sandwich, so that might be the difference maker. But I feel like we're getting a lot of spawns from Munchlax. We're just not getting a lot of, we're just not getting the one spawn we want. Can you get a Munchlax? You guys said you can get a Munchlax outbreak, right? Should I look for a Munchlax outbreak? Deep Pocket Monster. I feel like I've heard the name. I don't think I've watched a video. I might, let me look him up. Is that his YouTube? Deep Pocket Monster. I've seen this guy before, yeah. Yeah, this guy does the, he does, like, the opening, or not stopping, or until I get every card from this. Completing a set. Yeah, he does all these crazy, he, like, does the master sets and stuff. Yeah, I've seen some of his, I've never watched his videos, but I've seen him pop up before. I thought he was Pokevault. I didn't realize they were two different people. because I knew Pokevault was friends with Pokerev. And I saw Pokerev did all those videos of him, like, not stopping the stream till I pull every card from this set. And then I saw that, the Deep Pocket Monster guy did that too. And so I thought because of that, that he was Pokevault. I didn't realize he was Deep Pocket Monster. I didn't realize those were two different people. Tried to do 151, he was one card off and he had to give it away. That's gnarly. Challenges like that, that's crazy. I think how much money they gotta spend to get enough pack. Like in some of those streams he did, like not stopping the stream till I get every card from Silver Tempest. He did Lost Origin, all those big sets from Sun and Moon or Sword and Shield. And dude, the streams are like 8 to 12 hours long, and he's not going through the packs slow. He's flying through the packs. I'm like, good God, dude, that's crazy. He's burning through the packs and he's opening them. Not like how much money in packs do you think he's opening? I like watching Purple Cliff too. He doesn't do Pokemon TCG content or like pack openings and stuff. He does I first found him on TikTok with the randomizers he did. I started following him because of that. I feel like he's changed and stuff. He doesn't do really the same kind of stuff he did before. Which, I mean, you gotta respect him for that, like, not just doing the same stuff over and over and over again, but, like, I feel like everyone started watching him because of the crazy Nuzlocke, randomizers, and he doesn't do that stuff anymore. Like, I remember I watched he did a stream of Scarlet and Violet. That was fun to watch. I believe he shiny hunted Lechonk in his playthrough. But like I saw he was doing some stream. I don't even know what he was playing, some other game. I don't even know what it was. I really liked that video he made though of him going to Japan for the World Championships. I thought that was a really cool video. He's funny. Stuff like that's like I like that kind of content. That's cool to watch. I never really watched his streams. Now I'm trying to think like what I've watched him. I never really watched his streams. I remember watching the Scarlet and Violet one because I was just so hyped for that. I was watching anything I could find of that. And obviously he's one of the big name guys I know. I'm like, oh, I'll watch him for sure. But I really like watching him on TikTok. That's where I mainly watched him. The editing on those, Dante's over there fighting those guys. I'm trying to have him fight the Snorlax. The editing and everything on those, they were perfect, dude. They were the best. Got a lot of views on him, too. Millions and millions of views. Then he compiled them all into one, and I believe posted it. And that was like the first, that's how I found him on YouTube. Because I was like, oh, I remember him doing this on TikTok. I didn't know it was on YouTube as well. I still want to complete Pokemon Go. Not the game, the set. I want to make a master set of that. The only real ones I'm missing are just pretty much the Rainbow Rares and V-Star cards. I don't think I've... Oh, the sandwich. I was going to say, why is there reality? The sandwich is done. Okay. I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if I can get a Munchlax mass outbreak. Yeah, so I'm gonna close the game, open it back up, because obviously with the sandwich just ran out, so we have to reset the game. Then I'll start the game back up, and then I'm gonna go through and start time traveling. Yeah, your boy's time traveling in Pokemon to try to get it to where I can get a Munchlax mass outbreak. This is how you know we're getting desperate. We did the mass outbreak for Finizen. That one took like 12 hours or something like that. We did the no, I think it was only 2 mass outbreaks for Frigibax, but we spent many hours in those 2 mass outbreaks. So then oh, you know what? I didn't even check them. Primeape, Hoot Hoot, Pawniard. No, nothing. I want to, I'm going to look it up first. Can there be a Munchlax mass outbreak? Munchlax mass. Teal mask DLC. Nothing I'm seeing. I can't find any images of it. Let me look it up on YouTube. Sorry, you guys, we're desperate now. Shiny Munchlax Teal mask. I always see this Austin John Plays guy. In like, I mean, I've only watched a couple of his videos, but it seems like it's just like he just gives information. Doesn't seem to have much enthusiasm behind it. It's more like he's acting like it's just a chore. You got to do this and this and this. Like, be hyped up and excited about this stuff. We're talking about Pokemon here. So this guy's down at the bottom of the map. And where is this guy? I found someone. He's down. Where is he? Oh, Apple Hills. Oh, he's right here. No. Right there. Oh, he's on this piece right here. All right, let's try that. Let's try this place. Picnic. Let me watch this video. So does this guy find one over here? Oh, no, he doesn't. Freestyling. Turbo Mystica. Silver Pick. We're off and running. Look at, call me Jimmy John. With how I'm making these sandwiches. This might be a bad idea, watching a video and making an Herba Mystica sandwich at the same time. We got the Leaning Tower of Tofu over there. Nope. Oh, I don't think I can, you can't put them back, right? Looks like we're off and running. I'm not putting this top on, it's gonna break. Well, this guy didn't even find the shiny in the video. What? Yeah, everyone's just talking about a free shiny one. Shiny normal locations. Okay, this guy's finding them. Yeah, everyone's just running back and forth. Mayo, if you're here, did you go to this spot over here? Everyone's just up over here. Oh, you guys can't see. My bad, my bad. Where is this place? He's down this area of the map. Look at all the centrets. I think they were just running up this. This is how you know we're desperate. When we're running around on... We're looking at videos of where other people go. I guess a Munchlax. Not shiny though, right? So I think they were just running on here. Why run up here? You even leave and come back? Oh yeah, up here changes the location. Oh yeah, then I go back down. And it forces new stuff to spawn in, right? Yeah, that might be the strat. This might be it. Let's put Mewtwo first. Mewtwo, move right up there. I want to check and make sure I'm in the right spot. Yeah, this is the right spot. Does this guy find a shiny so I can see what it looks like? Oh my god, he found one. Oh, it's way darker than the normal ones. Okay. So they found shiny Munchlax on this ledge right here. It was literally, the video I watched, it was literally just standing on the rocks over here. So hopefully, I'll find one over here too. Yeah, the shiny was really, really dark. It was really easy to see. Well, I guess that was during the day, so this is nighttime, so I should not just breeze past them. I should make sure to look closely at all of them. This sucks too. As soon as I find this spot, it's nighttime. For those that don't know, at night, Hoot Hoot and Noctowl spawn. So it makes it so there's less Munchlaxes because there's more of these guys. This, because we're the normal 3. I think this is going to be the strategy, going through it like this. Because it force resets the spawns jumping up into the Apple Hill spot there. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to have a lot of Munchlax fangs because I'm resetting the game after each time. So we lose everything we got. Never mind. Never mind. That Noctowl picked the wrong person to pull up to and mess with. So if you guys notice, every time I go up and come back, there's a Munchlax right there. Has anyone else noticed? I've noticed that. Every time I jump up there and then jump back down, there's a Munchlax just sitting. So look, there's none there right now. Yeah, none there right now. I'm gonna go up, sub-center it, turn around. Oh, well, I guess there still isn't one there, but we got two over here. I wonder why all the people in the videos were using this spot. We're getting a lot of spawns for him, I guess. Problem is, though, do we just have to wait out the night? Should I go do a raid or something in the meantime? Because I know we reset the game, but the day-night cycle doesn't stop. Of course, I mentioned that there's that Munchlax that was spawning there, and then now it's gone. Nothing spawning here. Imagine the one I get those perfect IV Shundo in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Be my first ever Shundo. I've never had a Shundo in Pokemon Go either. Oop, Fatty Lax leveled up. Is that a gold Hoo-Hoo? Oh my god, I thought that was another shiny Hoo-Hoo. No. No. Is that an Ekans? So weird seeing Ekans like slither around like that. I'm used to seeing them like coiled up. Because that's how the sprites for them always were. So is that the same one I just saw there? Mewtwo's got him taken care of. These Hoot Hoots are so annoying. Ah. Come on, Munchlax, where you at? Like, I might be... Am I shiny hunting wrong? Frigabats took so long. And this Munchlax is arguably taking longer if you think about how many Urban... Freeze? No. How many Urban Mystica sandwiches we've been using. How many streams have I been looking for Munchlax? Let me check. Obviously, we have the one going right now. But then how many others have we done? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. How long have they been? 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. We're about 10 hours in. Finn is in, I think, was like 13. So, you know what? We're not... I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, yeah, we've been using Urban Mystica sandwiches for the majority of the streams now, but... Okay, I thought it was more. It seems like it's taking longer because when we were doing those Finnison ones and the Frigabax ones, it was every day we were doing it. Now we break it up with other streams in between in the middle. To keep things lively. Or else we would just be... Oh, it would be miserable. Just doing this every day. The Munchlax hunt. I like Munchlax, but... Looking for a shiny that doesn't want me to find it, apparently. Speaking of Frigabax, too. Now, I haven't seen what the shiny Frigabax card looks like for Paldean Fates. But I have seen what the shiny Baxcalibur looks like. I posted it on the community tab. That thing is awesome, dude. Especially because the first Baxcalibur card was so bad. It got an illustration rare, and I personally thought the card was really bad. It was like some weird psychedelic design. I'm like, that looks kind of... Reminded me of the Altart Galarian Slow King from one of the Sword and Shield sets, and I just wasn't for me. Didn't like it. You guys know, I love Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur is probably my favorite Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. And the card was just, I didn't like it. It was awful. There was a normal holo of it, but like the normal holos this time are just meh. If it was like a promo holo, that would have been sick because it would have had like the actual cool holo foil pattern. But instead, it's just the basic holo foil pattern. That's like just straight lines. It's like that's not, doesn't look cool at all. But the Baxcalibur card looks really cool. And I'll admit, like, the shiny on the Baxcalibur in the game looks no different than the normal one. Oh my god, dude. I thought there was just a wild Mewtwo there. Mewtwo, get back in your Pokeball. You just... I genuinely thought... I was like, is that a... What is that? The Baxcalibur card looks cool, because look, in-game... I'll show you guys. Because, you know, your boy's got one. This is the normal one, right? Yeah. So that's normal Baxcalibur. That's shiny. There we go. Doesn't look that much different. On the card, though, they kind of make it pop. It looks pretty cool. I'm going to get that card for sure. Carter F, thank you for tuning in, by the way. I want to get that card for sure. Am I going to try to pull it? Dude, it took me so long to find the stupid shiny Frigobacks in this game. I'm not going to try to see how long it's going to take me to pull one of those things. And I don't think that set will have booster bundles. It'll just be tins and special boxes because it's not a normal set. There won't be booster boxes of it. It's a specialty series set. So, yeah, there's not going to be any card in that set I'm going to be saying, I'm going to open packs till I pull this. I think I'm just going to... sliding down the hill. I'm just going to buy it, being honest. Because it'll be cheap, too. Probably like a couple bucks rather than spending tons of money on packs. Like, because when Shining Fates came out, I wanted to get my team in the shiny cards from it. My team for Scarlet and Violet, or Sword and Shield, was Lax, which I already had the Rainbow Rare Gigantamax Lax and Gigantamax, or Rainbow Rare VMAX Lax, I should say. And I already had the Gigantamax Lax in Pokemon Scarlet, or Pokemon Sword and Shield. So, sorry, I'm saying screw. My team had a Snorlax on the team. I wanted to play through Scarlet and Violet with a Snorlax, so I transferred one over from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home to Pokemon Sword and Shield. And then I used that as like my starter, you could say. I still had my starter. I had a Sobble, but I used that on my team from the very beginning. I think when I transferred it over, it was like level 3 maybe, level 5 it could have been, one of those two. And I used that thing from the very beginning. And that was like my ace Pokemon. It was the Elemental Lax, it was the Gigantamax one, everything like that. It was fun to use. And like I already have the Rainbow Rare of it, so, and there wasn't a shiny one of it, so like we'll count that as one for the Pokemon from my team. So I had that thing. Then I also on my team had Dragapult, Duraludon, Inteleon, Sirfetch'd, and Galarian Slowking. Now, Galarian Slowking never got a shiny, so I never got that. And the shiny Inteleon one I never did get. I will note, I still have to get that one. I still want to get that card. But what I did get was right away shiny Dragapult. That card is awesome. Not the full art one, just the normal one. Shiny Duraludon, shiny Sirfetch'd, and I also got shiny Grapploct too, because I thought that one was cool as well. That set was really cool, and that's honestly the thing I like the most about those sets. I think it's called the Shiny Vault, technically. It's just the normal shiny cards. Not the full art ones, not the crazy ones, just the normal cards that are shinies. Those are the ones I really like. And I will note, I mean, we've gotten a Rowlet, or Decidueye line in Shining Fates and Hidden Fates. Imagine Paldean Fates comes back with another. Now that would be wild. That would be really crazy. But Paldean Fates, like, I'm excited for it, but I'm going to open a little bit of it. It's a set, definitely I'll buy stuff to keep sealed, and definitely open some stuff for the channel. But for the most part, I think I would just buy the cards I want. And speaking of buying the cards I want, there's a couple of cards. I've mentioned this before. There's some cards I always really wanted, but I've never gotten. And I was thinking maybe I just get them all and then make like a mail day video of them. I think that's what I might do. Because there's one, it's graded. It's I wanted it in a PSA 10, 100%. But I'll let you guys know it is a, I don't know if it's technically an alternate art, but it's a full art VMAX card from Sword and Shield. Now, I've been seeing some stuff, and if I'm being honest, I remember I noticed this when me and my brothers were opening up Shiny Star V. For those that don't know, Shiny Star V is the Japanese version of Shining Fates. And in each Shiny Star V booster box, you're guaranteed at least, or guaranteed one full art shiny. And I got full art shiny Grimmsnarl VMAX. My one brother, I think, got Rillaboom, if I'm not mistaken. Not VMAX, just normal shiny Rillaboom V. And my other brother got the shiny Charizard V. And we were looking at the cards because we had some English special cards as well. Obviously from Sword and Shield. And the Japanese ones were just way better quality, dude. The sparkling and colors popped so much more. They were so much cooler than the normal English ones. And then I've been seeing side-by-side comparisons of cards. And you look at, like, you know how on the Japanese ones they're textured, and there's the lines on them, essentially, that it is the texture. On the English ones, the lines, like, they are there, but there's, like, kind of, like, it doesn't, you don't look at the English cards and go, wow, the gaps between the lines on the texture are huge. But then you look at the Japanese ones, and it makes it look like the lines on the English, the gaps between the lines on the English cards are huge. Like, the Japanese ones, just there's so many tiny lines on there adding the texture. It's like the level of detail is absurd. Then I saw the difference between, it was a side-by-side Japanese Gold Dialga Origin Form from Crown Zenith and English Gold Dialga Origin Form from Crown Zenith. In the Japanese one, the sparkling and the colors looked way, way better. So it was leaving me wonder, like, which is better to get? Because I want this card in a PSA 10. It's going to be one of my favorite cards in my collection for sure. But do I get the Japanese or the English one? That's what I'm trying to decide. Because my plan was, I was going to get the English in a PSA 10, then a Japanese one in, just loose and just put in my binder, or just get a loot, whichever one was cheaper. I was assuming the Japanese one would be cheaper, because typically the Japanese cards are cheaper than the English cards, so I'm like, I'll just get whichever one's cheaper loose and then just put in my binder. But when I was seeing that stuff of the Japanese cards, and I've been seeing Scarlet and Violet's weird. It's kind of changing the whole dynamic. Because if I'm not mistaken, typically the Japanese chase cards have been more than the English chase cards. And the chase cards aren't even always the same. Same set, but the Japanese ones might be different than the English ones. Now I know the Japanese or the English sets are they're made up of multiple Japanese sets. But still, like, the cards are all the same in the end. The Japanese ones are worth way, way more. And yeah, they made it to where the normal cards had the silver borders instead of the yellow borders to make it more similar to the Japanese cards, which I did like. I thought that was a cool change. Because I will note, unlike the normal shiny cards from, for instance, Shining Fates that I was telling you guys, I got the Dragapult, Duraludon, Surfetch, and Grapple Locked. Like, the yellow borders on them do look a little goofy. The silver border looks way better. So I'm debating on which to get. Like, I've always collected English. The only real Japanese stuff I have is of cards like I honestly couldn't really afford in English. Like for the Japanese Skyridge Gengar. And then I have the Japanese Expedition Gengar. But I mean, I bought those in a lot. Actually, I probably would have bought them regardless. And I would have got them in English. The only reason I have them in Japanese is because I got them for so cheap in a lot. I'm trying to think of any big Japanese cards I have. We would open up some Korean stuff because it was so much cheaper. But for the Japanese stuff, I haven't opened much Japanese. The last Japanese packs I think I opened up. Now I know I did buy that, I did open that one Silver Tempest pack in comparing the two packs. I did the English versus Japanese comparison. But I don't think I've opened up like a bulk of Japanese cards, a bunch of them I should say, since Shiny Star V. Which was a while ago. Years ago at this point. Look, Mewtwo's just down here throwing down. Oh my god, it is. There's no way. You guys see what I see over there? You see what's behind? Look at, you see that in the background? shiny Hoot Hoot, dude. We're looking for shiny Munchlax, man. We want shiny Munchlax so bad. This is the second shiny Hoot Hoot we've seen. We also saw the shiny Squovit. Not even gonna catch. Like, Mewtwo, get this away from me. I don't even like. Oh my gosh, dude. Another one? I want the Munchlax. There's no way. For those wondering, why didn't you catch it? Well, what we're doing is we reset the game, and I'm not saving, so I'm able to keep using the Herba Mystica sandwiches without wasting the Herba Mysticas. Man. So we've now seen 3 shinies on this shiny hunt. This shiny hunt has yielded the most shinies out of any shiny hunt we've done. 3 total. Hoot Hoot, Squovit, and Hoot Hoot again. Well, actually, if we find the shiny now of Munchlax, it would kind of suck because I killed the Hoot Hoot. We could have had both. If we find the shiny Munchlax in the next 3 minutes. That is kind of crazy, though. It's taken, like, think about how many Hoot Hoots we've seen. Doing this, we've only seen 2. This sandwich I'm using kind of sucks. I've noticed the Munchlax spawns are like coming in waves. Have you guys noticed that too? Like right now we're seeing, like, look, there's tons of them. The sun isn't, no. Look, it's pitch black outside. Wow, the mountain looks cool. Oh, look at the moon. Moon's moving that way, so it's almost daytime. In the Pokemon world. In the land of Kitakami. I love this place, dude. This DLC, I think it's so cool. I love the story of this DLC. It was really fun. Okay. I'm interested for Paldean Fates if it's gonna be like Shining Fates. Shining Fates was like sitting on shelves, dude. When it first came out, obviously the hype was crazy for it and it was sold out everywhere. But it sat on shelves. It eventually got to a point where there was so much of it, it was just sitting on shelves. I mean, like when I go to Targets and Walmarts and stuff, like it's in waves, I've noticed. Like there'll be, like one time I'll go, there'll be a lot, and then I'll go again and there'll be like absolutely nothing there. Or like, I mean, it is still the start of the new gen. Like in, I mean, Scarlet Violet Base, people were buying it because it was the first one. Scarlet and Violet, or Paldea Evolved, the second one, that set was kind of meh. I didn't open it at all, I don't think. There wasn't anything in there that really interested me. But then, Obsidian Flames, obviously, you already know, I loved that set. And I went to a bunch of stores trying to find some, and it was always like, there was never a lot of it. There's always a little bit of it every time I went. I don't know if I ever saw, actually now I think of it, the couple times they go to the store to purposely buy some, I don't think there was ever individual blisters there, which is normally like, at the Targets by me, that's normally like the #1 thing they have. They have tins and blisters. And I don't think there was, one pack blisters, by the way, like the individual ones. And I don't think there was any, I don't think there were any tins that had Obsidian Flames in it. when Obsidian Flames first came out. All right, sandwich is up. We now reset the game. So what was that? 9, 10, 11 shiny sandwiches now? This will be number 12. 12 Herba Mystica. That's crazy, too. 12 Herba Mystica sandwiches have given us 3 shinies. That's 1 in every 4. Or, I guess, 11. We haven't done the 12th one yet. Dude, I love this opening. Let's just take the moment to listen to this. You know what? I never checked the audio if it was good. I just realized that. Hopefully my voice has been good for you guys for the stream here. Hopefully there haven't been any issues. Yep, stream's good. Uh-oh. Why isn't the... Oh, there we go. Alright, mass outbreaks reset. Still nighttime. What are the mass outbreaks? Anything interesting? Anything that may pique my interest? You. Nothing at all. Okay, then. Oh, hey, Munchlax. He's sleeping. Where's the moon? How long until the sun goes down? Or the moon goes down, the sun comes up? All right, let's just start the sandwich. Picnic, here we go. There we go, the squad. The shiny hunting squad. What do I want to do? I want to make a sandwich. You ain't never seen someone make a sandwich like me. Watch this. You see all this tofu I'm loading up on this bad boy? Can't forget the pickles. Can't forget the pickles! You might be thinking, Herba Mystica sandwich, just drop the top off to the side. You don't gotta put that thing on the sandwich. What crazy person puts one on the top on the sandwich of an Herba Mystica sandwich? Your boy, the Pokey Playa, does. Look at that thing. Looks disgusting, if I'm being honest. Just a mouthful of tofu. I've never had tofu before. I've seen fried tofu at, like, restaurants and stuff, and it always looks... I mean, it looks fine. Just normal tofu like this, I don't know. Like, it looks like a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. And I feel like it have the texture of Play-Doh. Okay. Normal Sparkling 3. Tidal Power Normal 3. Encounter Power Normal Level 3. Oh my god, stay time. Let me go. Dude, it takes so long to do the stupid XP thing there at the end. Okay, where were we running? It was this ridge right here, right? No. This right here. Let's go back to that spot we had and see if we can find a shiny Munchlax. Yeah, it was this ridge right over here. This is what the video said! Apple, looky. Oh, look at that. Beautiful morning here in Kitakami. The sun's coming up. Hopefully there'll be plenty of Munchlax spawning. You ran away from him. Is that shiny? No. Oh, Voompapa, you're down in the ditch. Good thing we got away. I was going to say, imagine Munchlax wouldn't let us leave when we're stuck down there. Put Donde first. Hi, Munchlax. We were looking for your shiny brethren. Okay, okay. Is this the spot? I should have looked up the videos before. Oh, look at them all. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to be just locked in right here. Man, was that just like that one time, or is it gonna be like this every time we go through here? Just tons of Munchlax. All right, well, right now there's nothing. Oh my. This is the spot. Look at them all. Munchlax galore. Okay, so this is the most we've seen. So hopefully running over here, we might find them. Dude, why do so many spawn on this rock over here? This is crazy. I mean, now it's just a matter of time, right? Because before we were in a spot where it was like Munchlax were spawning, but not like in abundance. But on the rocks over here, we're getting a lot of them. Carter F, dude, I know. I know, man. It has been just... I'm worried. You know what I'm worried for? I'm worried this is turning to Frigabax all over again. Frigabax took... I think we spent, what, 20... We spent 26 hours looking for it. Then I gave up and said, you know what, we're doing the Malasada method. And then I spent 4 hours doing the Malasada method, and we got it. 30 hours total. Well over 10,000 encounters. People were leaving comments on those videos saying I was doing shiny hunting wrong. I'm like, you're probably right. Yeah, Mayo, I don't get how he gets them so fast. Because he's like, I got all these shinies. I'm like, how? You're finding like 15 shinies the amount of time I find one. Like, he said he found like 2-3 Paradox Pokemon in the amount of time I found Shiny Lotad. And Shiny Lotad was my fastest ever shiny hunt. No, Torkoal was. Torkoal was on a sandwich, though. A Lotad was just a normal sandwich, or I should say, Torkoal was on a shiny sandwich. Lotad was just a normal sandwich. What was that cry? Did you guys hear that? That wasn't Sentret, was it? Is it this? Oh, it might have been the Starly over there. Redstone, thank you for tuning back in. I appreciate it. I remember getting a shiny Norbert as soon as I finished making the sandwich. Are you serious? So you finished the sandwich and as soon as you finished it, you saw the shiny? That's what I always say. I'm like, imagine that happens. That would be insane. The fastest ever shiny hunt I had was the Torkoal we did a couple weeks ago. Shout out Alexander. We did the Union Circle with him, and he had this Herb Mystica sandwich. And it was 8 minutes in, I believe, we found the Torkoal. That's crazy. As soon as you finished, that's wild. What'd you do then? Did you keep looking for more shiny Noibat, or did you go to another Pokemon? Because, like, when I found that Torkoal super fast, we did keep looking for another Torkoal for a little bit. But I was like, you know what? Let's go look for something else. And I started looking for Larvesta. Oh my god, that's not shiny, is it? Don't remember. That's one thing with the sandwiches. It's like if you get, like, do you want to keep, when you get it early, do you want to keep going? Or do you go over and look for something else real quick? Like Fluttermane, when we got that, we tried to run it back and get another one. And we did, which was crazy. Looking for a Dragonair. Dragonair would be sick. The pink. And I was mentioning this in the stream last night of the ranking the Kanto Pokemon. Shiny Dratini and Dragonair are so cool. But for me, I've just never really liked Shiny Dragonite. I don't really like the green. But then when I was thinking about it, like, you think of, like, a stereotypical, like, medieval dragon. I feel like a lot of people would draw it, like, green like that. And so, it kind of if that was the logic behind it, that makes sense. Although besides that, like, I don't know why else it would be like that. Because, like, I mean, I guess maybe it's because, like, Dratini, Dragonair, then Dragonite is, like, such a drastic change between Dragonair and Dragonite. Maybe the shiny was meant to have a crazy change as well. Because you think about, this might be it. Dratini and Dragonair look very similar. Shiny's very similar. Dragonair to Dragonite, very different. Shiny's very different. That actually is probably it. Here's the thing with these shiny hunts. Have any of you, after I want, Dragon, if I want, I haven't had 32 sandwiches, I want to slap it. Are you saying, like, it took you 32 sandwiches to get it? That's wild. 32? Is that what you mean by that? Shoot. I'm 12, and I'm thinking this is a lot. But, you guys ever have this when you're shiny hunting something, and it's taking you so long to get it? Eventually, you're like, I just want to get it just to get it, and you don't even want the Pokemon anymore. That was like how I was with Frigabax, if I'm being completely honest. Like, it's like when you eat food. You ever have a food that's really good, and you really like it, and you eat tons of it, but then you eat so much of it, you get sick of it, and you can't, like, anytime you think of eating it, it's like you just feel like you're gonna puke or something like that. That's what it was like with the Frigabax shiny hunt. You haven't gotten it yet? I could probably... Do you want to... If you want to find it yourself, that's fine. But I could probably give you one if you want. So I can transfer one from... Dude, I have so many in Pokemon Go. I could transfer one to home and we can trade if you want. You're hearing the streams all the time. And I appreciate you always watching. You know, you guys watch the streams. Got to do something for you guys. Help you out. You guys help me with the shiny hunts. Give me motivation to keep going. Then we got guys like Alexander helping actually use the sandwiches. You're here for the grind? Okay, okay. If you ever want, if it takes too long and you want one, just let me know. Because that's one, like... Dude, I have them in Pokemon Home. I have so many of them. Or in Pokemon Go. Dratini's one, because we've had, I think, 3 total Dratini Com days now. So I just have so many shinies, but I don't want to transfer shiny... I don't want to transfer a shiny Dratini or Dragonair. In Home, you got a box of shiny Eevees. Is the sun setting already? Oh, no, it's just starting to really come up. Okay. In Pokemon Home, are you limited to only 1 box? Because it was telling me my Pokemon Home was full, and I only have 1 box of Pokemon. You have to pay for more boxes? You do? Okay. How much is it? I might just buy it, if I'm being honest. Like, here's what I should... Like, here's the thing I gotta weigh in now. What would be more expensive? Paying for more boxes in Pokemon Unite? Or in Pokemon Home? Or paying for coins to get more bag space in Pokemon Go? I wonder how much it is. I'm gonna have to look into it. I wasn't sure if it was or not, or it was just, I was being dumb and couldn't figure something out, but thank you guys. I'm glad to know it is, you have to pay for more. Dude, I was looking, I might have to get some, like, glasses for, screen glasses. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I sit here, and, like, I'm sitting kind of close to the screen for hours with these shiny hunts. Because I always see those blue light, like those screen glasses. I don't know if it's backed by science yet, if those actually work or not, like long term. Because they haven't been around for long enough for people to do like long-term studies. Is that... Ah! Donde was just sitting in front of it. I thought maybe, just maybe. Dude, this Charizard I have is probably my favorite Pokemon I've ever had in a Pokemon game. Donde. No. No, no. No. Dude, this thing, I just like it so much. Because you guys know, Mega Charizard X is my favorite Pokemon. And it's a Dragon Fire type. And then we got the Dragon Terra Charizard as the first special Terra raids. Level 100, perfect stats and everything. Yep, yo, Tomato, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I appreciate you tuning in. It means a lot. We're still looking for the shiny Munchlax. What's the origins for Donde's name? I'm glad you asked. So, as we all know, Leon was the big grand champion of Journeys. He was like the best Pokemon champion in the world, the undefeated champion. That's who Ash beat to claim the title of world champion, to be the very strongest. And his ace Pokemon was a Charizard. And now when I watched the Pokemon Journeys anime, I originally started watching it in English. But then I caught up in English on Netflix, and I'm like, oh, I want to keep watching it. And it's released weekly, or it was released weekly. Actually, no. The Pokemon anime is always released weekly in Japanese over in Japan, I should say. And so I started watching it just on like the websites I watch anime and stuff on. And so I started watching the Journeys anime in Japanese, and I quickly realized like the names aren't the same. Like Ash is Satoshi in Japanese. Go was, I believe, still Go. But then there's like a lot of Pokemon names that are different, like Charizard's Lizardone, Scorbunny's Rabifoot, a bunch of stuff like that. But Leon's name changed to Donde. And dude, I just loved that name, Donde. And so when I got this Charizard, I'm like, what should I name it? Because I didn't just want to have the name Charizard. I'm like, this is such a cool Pokemon right here. I got to give it a nickname. And so I named it Donde after Leon, because Leon's ace Pokemon was Charizard, and in Japanese, his name was Donde. So that's where the name Donde comes from. You can see right here we have... Will it show? Does it show his name? Yeah, Donde there at the bottom. Yo, hey, Mayo, thank you for tuning back in. I appreciate it. Back for a couple minutes. So we found a shiny Hoot Hoot, but that thing's now gone. And we are still looking for shiny Munchlax. One thing I did find was I watched a couple of videos, and I found a good spot over here that's giving a lot of Munchlax spawns. So it's only a matter of time now before we get it, because we're getting the most Munchlax spawns we've ever gotten. Oh my god, no! That Munchlax almost just fell to his death. Charizard, kill him before he falls. I can't even encounter it. He's stuck. Imagine that was the shiny. Imagine that was the shiny one that just fell down there. That I would have cried. I would have been crying on stream. There's no way. That would have been awful. But, Tomato, what other animes do you watch? Yo, good question, dude. I watch a lot of anime. I started so, back in, like, it might have been 2018, 2019, so, just to be clear, I've always watched, like, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Beyblade, Bakugan, all of that stuff. I've always watched all of that. But I never really watched, like, actual, like, anime before. And so then, I don't know what it was. Oh, no, it was, I remember, one of my favorite YouTubers is KSI. I watched him make his FIFA, I found him in FIFA 14, because I used to play FIFA. And I started watching his videos back then. And I watched one of his videos, he got this crazy pendant of Beerus. It was like look up like KSI Beerus jewelry or something like that. Or maybe just KSI Beerus and it'll come up. He got this crazy chain made and it has this massive Beerus pendant. It's his head. And I thought that was super sick. I'm like, what's this from? I looked it up. It's from Dragon Ball. I had heard of Dragon Ball before, but I'd never watched it. So I watched Dragon Ball Super back in like I think it was like 2018 maybe. I watched Dragon Ball Super. No, I think it was 2019 because it was still airing, I remember. The Tournament of Power wasn't completely done yet. So I watched Dragon Ball Super. And I watched that. I thought it was good. I had only watched Dragon Ball Super, though. I didn't go back and watch, like, all of Dragon Ball. And then I watched that, and, like, I really liked it. But then I didn't really watch, like, any other anime. I don't know why, it didn't even occur to me to go watch other anime after I watched that. But that was, like, the first, like, actual anime you could say I watched. And then what year was it? Oh, it was either 2020 or 2021. I was scrolling through TikTok, and I saw TikTok. It was someone talking about they were going through a McDonald's drive-thru, and someone recognized some anime merch they were wearing. And they were wearing Attack on Titan merch, and it was the Scouts logo. And the person at the drive-thru, they said, recognized it. And I had no idea what Attack on Titan was. I'd never heard of it before. And I was watching the TikTok, and the song playing was Sasageo, the third opening of Attack on Titan. And I'm like, this song is absolutely insane. One of my favorite parts about Dragon Ball was all the music and stuff in it. I'm like, all the music is so awesome. The openings, like the themes and stuff of the characters, like the Ultra Instinct theme, all the themes when they're battling and all that stuff. All of it was so cool. So I really liked the music in that anime. I'm like, I heard this music. I'm like, what is this from? So I look it up. It's from this anime called Attack on Titan. And I watched that. And I remember I was watching it. I caught up to it as, like, maybe 3 episodes into the final season, part 1. And so I watched that, dude. I was hooked. From there, watching Attack on Titan, that is... Now, some people might say I'm biased for saying this because it was one of my first animes I watched, but that's the best anime of all time. It just ended about 2 weeks ago. The anime ended. The manga ended a little while ago. A lot of people didn't like the ending. Dude, I thought it was perfect. There wasn't a single thing I would change. Because, like, people are like, oh, I wanted a happy ending. It's like, have you been watching the show? Like, what do you expect? There's no way there's going to be a happy ending in some happy-go-lucky ending in Attack on Titan with all the stuff going on in that. The only thing I cared about was if Levi survived, because he was my favorite character. He did survive. And so, dude, I watched all of Attack on Titan. And then from there, I started watching a whole bunch of anime. If you like Attack on Titan music, Xenoblade X's music is composed the same guy. So the openings are like Linked Horizon, I believe. And yo, they came back for the song in the season finale, and it was so good. And there's I have Apple Music, and like there's like playlists or the albums for each of the soundtracks for each series. Like, I gotta make sure I don't play them. Attack on Titan Season 3 original soundtrack, Attack on Titan Season 2 original soundtrack. I have all of them here, and I listen to them all the time. The final season one. God, then there's the what's the name of it? There's the one song from the final season original soundtrack, Ashes on the Fire. That one is insane. Or also The Warriors. Like, look up Attack on Titan, The Warriors song, or Attack on Titan. Ashes on the Fire is amazing, dude. That's so good. Then obviously all the ones from, like, it's like UC Big Girl or something along the lines. It's some weird name, honestly. But that's one of the ones from, like, the first 3 seasons that was really good songs as well. And then Sim is the name of the band that did the Rumbling opening, didn't they? Yeah, they did do the Rumbling opening. It was the one before. Did they do the one before that also? The one that was like, Boku, no. Yeah, that one. Boku no Senso. The one at the start of the first season finale. That one was good too. But the Rumbling from Sim, then Under the Tree from Sim also are amazing. But Linked Horizon are the GOATs. They're the best. But then after that, I caught up to Attack on Titan. I watched all of that. Oh, look at all the Munchlax. I caught up to Attack on Titan, watched all of that, and dude, I think the second anime I watched was Sword Art Online, which gets a lot of hate. And I will admit, the second half of season 1 I didn't really like, but the rest of it, I really like it. I thought it was Gun Gale Online. That season was cool. I liked the elf stuff was weird. I didn't like the character designs. I didn't like how they all had the pointy ears. I thought that looked a little goofy. But I thought that season was cool. The scene where Kirito is dual wielding, because Asuna's with she's with that one crew of the girl that's like dying, and they're going to beat the dungeons. And there was some other team that showed up to beat the dungeon before them, because there was this girl's like dying wish to beat a dungeon, be the first ones to beat one. And this other team was gonna come up and do it, and Kirito pulls up and murks all of them dual wielding. It was so cool. Then the last season, it was Alicization, I think. That was really cool as well. But I saw, where was the one someone said, have you watched Fate, Carter F? It's Fate series, Fate Stay Night, all that stuff. I haven't watched them yet, I do want to watch them, because are they from Ufotable? That's the animation studio that does that. I do want to watch that. It seems really cool. But some other shows I've watched, after I watched Sword Art Online, I believe I watched JJK, which the past couple episodes of that, dude, they have been insane. Jujutsu Kaisen, like this, no, honestly, this whole season, but specifically the past 2 episodes, the animation was insane. It was so crazy. I couldn't believe it. My jaw was on the floor. It was so cool. And then, I also watched Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer was really good. That's one of my favorite ones. Honestly, like, people say that it's carried by the animation. And, I mean, I understand that, but, like, if we're being honest, like, I was thinking about this for a while. Because, like, Demon Slayer is one of my favorite animes ever. But I was thinking of why people say it's carried by the animation. And, like, it is kind of true, because if you think about, like, the plot of Demon Slayer, it's not very, like, in-depth compared to, like, Attack on Titan or, like, Jujutsu Kaisen. If I'm being honest, I don't even know what that show's about. Like, it was originally about Itadori getting the fingers. But, like, is that, like, the whole thing? I don't even know. Like, I'm confused on that show. All I know is the stuff I'm seeing is insane. It looks awesome. But Demon Slayer, like, that show is literally just, like, there's the basic storyline and just phenomenal fights. That's why I like it so much. Then also, too, after I watched those, like, I watched a handful of those at the start. Like, I watched Demon Slayer, JJK, SAO, obviously, Attack on Titan. Then I watched Fire Force. Fire Force was really cool. The animation was really good on that one. I don't know if that's coming back for another season. I might have to read the manga for that if it's not coming back, because I really liked that show. And they introduced a lot of really cool characters just in the end of the most recent season. The audio in that one, too. You got a trend with me is that, Carter F. Fate has animation better than Naruto and Demon Slayer. I've seen clips of it. It honestly looks like movie animation for a lot of this stuff. It's absurd. I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it when I'm done watching Am I even watching anything right now? No, there isn't anything I'm watching. I might have to start watching that. Maybe Christmas break, when that comes up in the next couple weeks here, I'll start watching that. I've never watched Naruto, though. That is one show I've never watched. From this one YouTuber made the hoverboard from Back to the Future. Seriously? All I know, dude, speaking of hoverboards, I like the one at Fortnite. That one's fun to use. Well, dude, I like talking about anime. I'm gonna keep rambling about this because this is making just the time pass where we're looking for this Munchlax here. But after I watched all of those, I watched Fire Force, JJK, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, SAO. I think that's all I watched. And then I was like, I was scrolling through TikTok because at this point I'm fully hooked on anime. And I'm scrolling through TikTok, and I saw a TikTok that was just left me absolutely speechless. I'm like, that is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And it was a scene from One Piece. And it was the scene, for anyone that's watched One Piece, it was the end of Punk Hazard when Doflamingo's there about to kill Smoker, and Aokiji shows up behind him and freezes him. I'm like, first of all, that pink guy, Doflamingo, has one of the coolest character designs I've ever seen. He looks absolutely insane. Then, the scene of Aokiji showing up and freezing him, that was super cool as well. So, I'm like, I have to watch this show now. And I'd known about it before. I had heard of it because it was so dang long. And let me just say to anyone that hasn't watched One Piece, it is worth it. I have watched it all the way through. I have caught up all the way to the manga. Then I went back and rewatched pre-time skip because it was just so good. And then read the entirety of post-time skip up to present anime once again. I read it every week. It is so good. It is next level. The animation recently for it has been off the charts too. It has been crazy. That's like, so I was thinking about this. I was talking with my brothers about this. One Piece's story is I think it's good. It'll be when it's done, it's the best story that's ever been written, dude. It is so good. It is insane. And I know some people people always argue Naruto's better. Now, I always see on TikTok people say, like, everyone says Naruto's better until they watch One Piece. Now, I haven't watched Naruto, so I don't want to talk trash on Naruto because I've never watched it myself. But I will note, my brother, the first anime he ever really watched was Naruto. He watched it beginning to end, the whole thing. And normally, people are, like, super biased towards the first anime they've watched. He even said, he's like, yeah, by Water 7, I was like, no, it was by Enies Lobby. He's like, yeah, One Piece is better than Naruto. Now, again, I don't want to, like, I'm only bringing that up because people always argue back and forth between the two. I've never watched Naruto myself, but One Piece for me, I think, is it's the best. Although, for the anime is a little drawn out. I will admit that. I mean, it is like, there's over 1,000 chapters and stuff. And there's over 1,000 anime episodes. It's like almost about like an anime episode per chapter, essentially, is what it is. And it's just so drawn out because of that. And so because of that alone, I don't think you'll ever be able to say One Piece is the best anime of all time. People will always argue that. I don't think you can argue One Piece is the best anime because of how drawn out some of the episodes are. If you're talking best manga of all time, I think you got to go One Piece. When One Piece is done, it's going to be the best story ever written. There's nothing, like, it is so good. It is just absolutely amazing. But the best anime of all time, I think, is Attack on Titan. After seeing that, now, I will note, because when the manga first ended, people were complaining, saying it was bad. And I was worried, because I'm like, oh, no, am I not going to like it? It's not going to be good. But then I saw the ending. I'm like, dude, I don't get what people don't like about this. I think Attack on Titan's the best anime of all time. Hunter x Hunter's the best. Atif, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Now, Hunter x Hunter, I've never watched. I haven't watched Hunter x Hunter. My cousins have, and they said it's really good. The thing is with me, like, So I know Hunter x Hunter's anime, that's never coming back, right? Because the guy that writes it is like sick or something like that, and the manga's like they got a couple of chapters a couple summers ago, but that was like the first thing in forever that they got. They didn't really get anything, and so it's a unended story. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like because I'm gonna watch. I know I'm gonna watch it. I know I'm gonna like it, and then I'm gonna be devastated that there isn't something. There's no end to it, and so I'm gonna dislike it because there's no end. So I will watch it though. That's one of the ones I plan on watching. Like the only real big animes I haven't really watched are like Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, the Fate series. All the other like big popular ones I feel like I've watched. I wish Fire Force was longer. I was just talking about Fire Force. Fire Force I think is I really like it, dude. The audio in it, like when Benimaru does that one crazy attack up in the village to kill that monster thing. The boom! Dude, it sounds so cool. It's so awesome. And apparently the manga's crazy, like how it, because the Fire Force manga's over. And apparently it's really, really good. Like the fights and stuff at the end are insane. So I hope we get more of that. But some other animes I watched, Chainsaw Man was kind of weird. The first episode, Chainsaw Man was so hyped up. And after the first episode, I was like, this is going to be insane. But it kind of got away from it, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, the first couple episodes were really good. Then the last couple episodes, the middle episodes were like, okay. But then the last episodes were amazing. So, like, I'm all in on it once again. Was Fire Force good? I thought Fire Force was good. I liked it. A lot happens. There's a lot going on. And then the captain guy, his voice actor, Zoro's voice actor from One Piece. And I think in English it's Zoro and Vegeta as well. The main character is cool. I like Arthur with the sword. He's cool. Benimaru's the coolest one, though. And then at the end, they introduce a lot of really cool characters as well. The fights are really good, too. It's a cool show. I liked it. I'd recommend it. It's not that long, either. So if you want... It's only like 2 seasons, I think. So if you want a good, quick show to watch. Now, it isn't over, I will note, after the 2 seasons. But it was really good. I liked it. But, oh my... How haven't I mentioned this one yet? Golden Koopa, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I can't believe I haven't mentioned this one yet. Black Clover. I love Black Clover, dude. That is one of my favorite ones ever. The anime was amazing. The anime was so good. I loved it. And it's on a bit of a hiatus right now. And I started watching it right after... I watched it like a month after the anime was... No, I think I started watching it like as the last couple anime episodes were airing. Dude, that the fight at the end in the anime is insane. And the first ever the first ever manga I read was Solo Leveling, which is getting an anime soon, and I'm really excited about that. But Black Clover, dude, I loved it. Yeah, Carter F, a lot of people don't like it, it seems like. I don't get why, dude. I love it. I've mentioned this before. Music is a big thing for me. The openings are insane. The music in the soundtracks and sound effects stuff are crazy. Asta, I will admit, at the start is really annoying with all the yelling he does. He's always hollering. I'm like, we don't need this. But Yuno's cool. Yami is my favorite character. He's so cool. And I really like it. I think it's really good. Then I was like, with the show, sorry, I'm explaining this, I'm trying to move Dande to the front. Where's change position? There it is. I was like, I have no idea when the anime is coming back. And I saw something, this was about a year or 2 ago. It said the earliest the Black Clover anime is probably going to come back is like 2026. I'm like, there's no way I'm waiting. No, it might have been 2025. I'm like, there's no way I'm waiting that long. So I started reading the manga. Best decision I ever made. The next arc right after the anime is insane, dude. It's so good. And so I'm all caught up on the manga. Then I caught up to the manga the week it went on the hiatus. Because apparently the person that writes it's like sick in that as well. And so we're in the final arc now. And the final arc's been crazy. But it's no longer in Shonen Jump. For those that don't know, Shonen Jump is the weekly shonen manga, which has like One Piece, JJK, My Hero Academia, all that stuff. It's what Naruto was in as well. And so it's now in some other one that's monthly. So it's like Dragon Ball. So it's only once a month. I don't know if the first issue of that's come out yet. I still have like 2 or 3 chapters to read of Black Clover before I have got caught up once again. Because that was one, honestly, the monthly thing for my viewing pleasure is better. Because I'm like, I wouldn't read it like, I wouldn't read it weekly. Like One Piece I read weekly. Black Clover I would read like in chunks. But that's really good. I really like that. It's really, really good. Carter F, where'd you end with it? Or did you watch it? Or did you drop it? You said you thought it was mid. Because I'm telling you, it's at first, because my brother watched it first and he told me to watch it. I'm like, I don't know, because I had heard people saying it was bad. But once you get into it a little bit, it's really, really good. I think it's only like 30 episodes in is when you start to see some like crazy stuff. Oh, you watched all of it? And you still thought it was mid? There's no way. All of it and you still thought it was mid? I liked it. I love it. It's my 3rd favorite anime. My favorite's Attack on Titan. Number 2 is One Piece. Number 3 is Black Clover. Do you think the new Dragon Ball is going to be good? I think it's weird. I'm like, my brother, he reads the Super manga, and he says it's insane. Like, the stuff that happens after the Tournament of Power, he says it's so good. Now, this might be spoilers. This is kind of spoilers, but, like, I won't say what it is, but, like, Frieza gets a new form eventually that's crazy, and he's telling me of all this stuff that happened in Super. I'm like, oh, this sounds insane. I'm so excited for the Dragon Ball Super to come back. And then they announced we're getting this new Dragon Ball, and it's like little kid stuff. I'm like, what is this? I don't want this. I'm kind of upset with it. I don't even know if I'll watch it, if I'm being honest. Now, we did get that Gohan movie like a year ago. That was really good. And speaking of movies, Sword Art Online is doing movies as well now. Those have been really good. I've liked those. They're kind of going through the original, like, they're going through, so the original game is Sword Art Online. I know the anime is called that too. But what they're doing is going through the original game, Sword Art Online, via movies now, which I think is really cool. And One Piece had some good movies. The Jujutsu Kaisen movie was really good. I'm getting off on a tangent with all the movies now. Demon Slayer movie was awesome. We saw that, I don't know if this was a thing or just, so I went to an AMC theater. And the one by me, they had it the day before, because the movie premiered on a Friday. They had it on, like, multiple airings of it on a Thursday, the Thursday before. So me and my brothers went to that. It was so good. We went back again the next night on opening night. It was insane. And the thing is, I don't think anyone knew it was coming out on Thursday, because we went on Thursday, and there was a decent amount of people there, but there wasn't a lot. Then when we went the next night on Friday, it was packed, dude. It was sold out. It was crazy. The Gohan movie, it was good. I liked it. The fight at the end is wild. Piccolo's in it. Gohan gets some cool stuff happen to him. Sorry, I had to stop what I was saying. I almost started spoiling stuff. Had to hold back. Sorry, my bad. But, I had another thing I was going to talk about. What's another thing I'm looking forward to? Oh, yes, Solo Leveling. I'm excited for that anime. I think that'll be cool. And I think I'm going to try to watch Hunter x Hunter sometime soon. I was telling my brothers, like, I'm not going to watch Naruto until Naruto dies out of respect. Because Boruto's going on, if I'm not mistaken. That's like the Naruto's son. One Piece, though, man. One Piece is in its final saga. A lot of people freaked out at first because they're like, oh my god, it's ending. It's like, I don't think you guys realize how long the sagas are. Like, One Piece has at least 10 years left. Like, there's so much stuff that is gonna happen. And Oda said at the start of the final saga because he took a break just before. So just before the final saga, he took a break after Wano ended because he was doing some stuff for the live action, and he just took, I think he took a vacation or something like that. He deserves it though. Oda's the GOAT, and he literally went out and said, "This final saga is gonna be insane. Everything about it, people are going to be, every week, people are going to be like, oh my god, who's fighting who? This happened to this guy. Oh my god, what's going on?" He literally said, like, if you haven't watched any of One Piece, start watching now, and it'll be the best thing you've ever seen. And it is so good. It is, every single chapter that has come out for the past, I think, almost 2 years now, has been just banger after banger. There hasn't been a bad chapter in the past, even before that, because the end of it was, I don't think there's been a bad chapter in One Piece in the past, like, 4 years. It's been so good. I was thinking about watching the anime. The anime, you like the Netflix adaptation. I haven't finished the Netflix one yet. I watched, the last episode I watched was the Buggy one, which I think was episode 3? Maybe 2? I gotta watch it. I was watching it in Japanese sub. It's weird because sub versus dub. Dub is normally English and sub is Japanese with subtitles. No, so I was watching it in dubbed, which is Japanese with English subtitles, because it's the same voice actors as the Japanese cast, which I thought was really cool. But I gotta finish watching that. I liked it so far. The stuff I've watched, I liked. At first, I was like, I thought it was bad because I thought I was like, this is nothing how the actual anime or manga went for a lot of the scenes and stuff. And because I was under the interpretation it was meant to be like a 1-to-1 scale of the actual story. But then I found out it's like the adaptation aspect of it means it's meant to be a little different. So I was like, oh, once I realized that, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Okay. I really like it. I thought it was cool. I gotta finish watching it though. But I would recommend the One Piece anime. It's so good. I will note, when I first watched it, I just watched a movie of the East Blue saga. There's an East Blue movie you can watch. And also Alabasta, too, I think I watched for the first... Yeah, because that's why I rewatched the anime for the pre-time skip. East Blue is like when the Luffy assembles the crew. Then Alabasta is like the first... It's called, like, New World arc, I believe. No, it's the first Grand Line arc, which takes place. And you could watch movies for it. I would advise against it. It might seem long, trust me, but, like, once you catch up, you're going to be like, there isn't enough. It's so good. It's amazing. It's just... It's awesome. I can't speak highly enough of it. It's so good. I have nothing but good things to say about it. Ooh, that's what I was going to say. So I play soccer. And I love, I stopped playing for a little bit. And I didn't I loved it before. Like, I played all the time, on multiple teams, all kinds of stuff, the whole ordeal. And I stopped playing, and I just, like, I tried to get back into it. I kind of even stopped watching, like, the actual sport itself. Like, I wasn't really watching... I would watch the Champions League, but I wouldn't really watch anything outside of that. And, like, I kind of just... There was nothing really... The World Cup and the international tournaments I always liked, but there was nothing that could get me to start playing again. I was like, nah, I just didn't want to play. And then, during the World Cup last year, Blue Lock started having its own anime. And I was seeing stuff on TikTok of it. I'm like, you know what? I gotta watch this. I'm gonna watch it and see what it's like. It blew me away. The only real animes I've watched were like the Shonen Jump animes with the Shonen animes, which is fighting and stuff. Never before did I watch one that was like a sport one like this. Dude, it is insane. If you like soccer, you have to watch it. If you like sports at all, in anime, I would recommend watching it. The only mangas I've read were Solo Leveling, but that didn't have an anime. I just watched that, or I just read that straight up. One Piece, I didn't start reading the manga until the anime went on a hiatus because because Toei got hacked. And then Black Clover, I didn't start reading until I found out it was going to be years until the anime came back. For Blue Lock, I caught up to it. The anime season wasn't done airing. I think there was 24 episodes in the season. I caught up to episode 16, and I was literally like, I can't wait till next week to see what happens. Like, I was so hooked. I started reading the whole manga. I read the whole manga. Now, here's the problem. Like, the manga with that, like, One Piece is one where it's, like, sufficient, where you get enough information every week. So it's like, one chapter a week is sufficient. Like, Blue Lock, though, and Black Clover was kind of the same way. Like, the chapters felt so short. And it's honestly, that might be the normal length of chapters, and Oda's literally just different and makes longer chapters. But the Blue Lock ones, I felt like reading it weekly wasn't like, because it's like, it's a soccer manga and anime, so there's like soccer games going on in it. And it's like following it chapter by chapter, week by week. It's like, it was kind of hard to keep track of exactly what was going on. I'd be like, I have to go back and read the most recent chapter a bit. Like, oh yeah, this is what happened. So what I kind of do now is read it like once every couple months, just in bulk. But that is just, it is so good as well. That's another one that's just amazing. My Hero Academia as well. Now, I will admit, some people rate this as like one of the best animes ever. It's good. I like it. It's not one of my favorites, though. There's plenty I like more than it. And the reason why, like, I will note the last season of My Hero Academia was really good. I thought the fight and everything at the start was cool. But my only complaint with My Hero Academia is every season is formatted the exact same way. You have, it does alternate, but one half of the season is going to be something with the school. Just they're doing something with school. Like, for instance, the first season, it was like getting into the school. That was like it was Deku training and getting into school. That was the whole first season. Then the second half of the first season was them fighting at that training place they were at. So there was a fight. So what I'm trying to get at is My Hero Academia is split. Every season is split into two parts. You have the part with the school, then the fight. That's the whole thing. I might be incorrect with a lot of the stuff here, but then there was there was the season where there was the tournament, which was really cool. There was the fighting and stuff was awesome in that. But then the other half of that season was that dumb stuff when there was like they were dancing and singing at that like in the school play or something, or the talent show or something like that. Then this past season too, it was like the first half of the season was insane, dude. There was so much fighting going on. It was awesome. And then the second half of the season was just like, it was cool with Deku, but he was kind of just like being a crybaby, and it was them trying to get him to come back to school. And then the season when they went on the school field trip in the woods, that fight was really cool. But there was that, and then the other part was just some dumb stuff at the school. Like the fighting part, here's what I'll say. The fighting part is awesome. If My Hero Academia was like Demon Slayer and it was nothing but fights, it'd be one of my favorite animes because the fights are so awesome. The scene in season 1, the things are called the gnomes. The gnomes, right? N-O-U-M-S is what they're called, the crazy monster things. When All Might is in his buff mode and goes to fight that thing, and they go punch each other's fists like this, that scene, oh, that's so cool. And then in this past season, the beginning of it, Hawks was fighting. The scene when Endeavor was the end of not the most recent season, but the season before, when Endeavor was fighting that big gnome up in the city. That was gnarly as well. The lady that had like the bunny quirk, her arm got ripped off. She was getting killed and stuff, yet she's still out there fighting. The part with the guy's name was Overdrive, that whole scene with them fighting. Like, here's the point, like, the part with Overdrive, and they, like, raided his place and, like, took him out. That whole fighting stuff was so awesome. But then after it, it's just, like, them getting the girl acclimated to, like, the school. Which, I mean, like, is fine. But, like, I don't want to watch that. Like, that's not exciting. Yeah, that was it. No, that was it. The first half of the season was them just fighting and stuff. Going into Overhaul's place. The one really cracked guy lost his quirk. All that crazy stuff was going on. The fight was awesome. It was so good. The outro of that season was really good as well. The ending song. Then the second half of that season is them getting the girl acclimated to school, and then the rest of the class making a band for the talent show. Like, what is this? So I have no, honestly, I don't really want to read the manga for that. That's not something that I'm like, oh my god, I need to read the manga for this. So I have no idea what the next season is going to be like. But, I mean, I'll watch it, obviously. The community, though, don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I always hear people say the community's weird. For My Hero. But then, like, some other, there are a couple of animes that I said that My Hero is one, like, I didn't watch, I don't really want to watch them, read the manga for. A couple of animes I might want to read the manga for. Depending on how long it's going to take to get another season of Chainsaw Man, I kind of want to see what keeps happening with that. That show ended really good. And then Jujutsu Kaisen. When this season's done, if something says we're not going to get another season for a couple of years, I might have to start reading it. Because dude, it is so good. I will admit, when Jujutsu Kaisen was first airing, there was so much hype around it. And honestly, I was low-key a hater of it. Because I'm like, it was airing the same time as the season finale of Attack on Titan, and I kept seeing people talk about nothing but good things about Jujutsu Kaisen. They were both made by MAPPA, the same studio, and, like, everyone was saying, oh my god, JJK is crazy. I'm like, it's not better than Attack on Titan, though. Then everyone's like, it's as good, if not better than Attack on Titan. I'm like, okay, I gotta watch this. So my expectations going into Jujutsu Kaisen was watching, like, something that's on par with Attack on Titan. And Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 is really good, don't get me wrong. The last episode was crazy. Although, like, as a whole, like, I didn't like it as much because my expectations were so high going into it. But I'm like, I'm watching this second season, and this second season, I'm like, this is one of the best things I've ever seen. And so I went back, and I'm actually currently rewatching Season 1 as well. And I'm like, okay, Season 1 is better than I initially, like, thought it was. But the only reason why I didn't like as much is because of my expectations going into it. But now, like, dude, if it was Season 2 in place of Season 1, like, Season 2 was airing at the same time of Attack on Titan, the final season, everyone's like, oh my god, this is on par with Attack on Titan, and I went and watched that, I've been like, yes, I agree, it is. Although, my whole views of it has changed completely. I went from thinking it was overrated to thinking I'm like, yeah, I'm all in. This is one of the best things I've ever seen. It's crazy. But speaking of manga and stuff, the Pokemon manga, I'm interested in reading that. I want to read it on stream, but I don't think I can show it on stream. So what I might do, I might try it like this. I don't know how it's gonna be. I wonder if is there like an audience for this? Do people people obviously read books out loud, which is fine because books are just words. But manga is there's the big part of it is that there's pictures too. So I was thinking of like, I'll stream and I read the Pokemon manga and I read it out loud and the stream is just me. But obviously I can't show the manga because the stream will get copyrighted and taken down. The whole channel might get taken down if I do that. So I want to figure out how to do it. Because that is something I really want to read. But another anime I recently started watching was Shangri-La Frontier. It's kind of like a weird... I saw a TikTok for it, and then I saw it on the front page of Crunchyroll, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. The opening's really good, so as I said, a trend with me. If the openings are good, I'm going to like it. Attack on Titan, I started watching it because of the openings. Sword Art Online, I started watching because of... And there's this anime rap song, and it says... Dual wielding like... Kirito on the 74th floor, dual wielding the beats and the bars from the start, yo. And he's talking about dual wielding like Kirito. I'm like, that sounds sick, I gotta watch that. Jujutsu Kaisen, because of the hype around it. Demon Slayer, because the hype around that as well, but both Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer had really good openings. Black Clover, I started watching because I heard the openings. Those are really good. What was another one I watched because of the openings? My Hero, I just watched because it was My Hero. Dragon Ball, kind of with the music idea as well. Mainly it was because of KSI with Beerus. look, I was just going to say that. Oh, Fire Force, I heard the openings for that. Thought that was really good. That's the only reason I watched that. So, if the openings are good, I'm probably going to like the anime. And this Shangri-La Frontier, I think it's been good so far. It airs on Sundays. It's only a couple episodes in right now. I think it's like 5 or maybe 6 episodes in right now. It's been good so far. It's about this guy who he's playing the game. Shangri-La Frontier is a VR game like SAO. But it's not like SAO where they're trapped inside. So the character, he has, the main character, if I'm being honest, I don't even know his name. But the main character has only played, they're called trash games, bad VR games. And he was like, you know what, I'm going to give this game Shangri-La Frontier a shot, which is called a God game, a God tier game. And the whole thing is like he's been playing these trash games. That's like his thing. Like he goes around and beats all these super, super bad games. And now he's never played a good game like this. Now he's finally playing this good game and he's cracked in it. And I like it. The music's good. The audio's good. The sound effects are good. The animation's been pretty cool. The fights have been cool. So I've enjoyed it so far. I'm interested to see where that goes, though. But the Pokemon anime, too. I really like the new Pokemon anime so far from the couple of episodes I've watched. The most recent one I saw was when... God, what's his name? I couldn't think of this earlier as well. Pikachu's named Cap. Roy's the, what's his, the kid with Hawgator. Again, dude, I love the Japanese names. That's why I like watching the Pokemon anime in Japanese. I love all the names. Fuecoco's Hawgator. It's so funny, dude. But, is that a shiny Noctowl? Oh my god, I just saw its head and I thought it was. No, it has, the horns of it are red, I think, on the shiny. But, I'm trying to think. I can't think of his name. Liko is the girl. I'm looking this up. What's his name? Pokemon Horizons characters. Freed's his name. The last one I saw was when he terrestrialized his Charizard. That episode was sick. Then early on, like, Roy, he has that old Pokeball from his grandpa. And... yeah, so this anime is... The Pokemon Horizons anime is nothing like a normal Pokemon anime we've seen. With Ash beating all the gyms, trying to become the very best. Nothing like that whatsoever. This one's... The story is kind of... I think they kind of introduced what the main outline's going to be. So the main character is this girl. Like I said, I think her name's Liko, if I'm not mistaken. She has a Sprigatito. And she has this pendant that is... The pendant is the, I believe what's going to be the legendary turtle Pokemon from the Indigo Disc. And Roy gets this Pokeball from his grandpa. And the Pokeball, he's like, I can't get the Pokemon out of it. And then Liko has the Pokemon, the turtle thing come out of her pendant. And then Roy's Pokeball reacts to that. And then out of Roy's Pokeball comes a terrestrialized shiny Rayquaza. I was literally, I'm like, are you kidding me? We're getting a shiny, this is like the Ho-Oh in the beginning of the original Pokemon anime. We're getting one of the coolest, craziest legendaries right out the gate. It was insane. In apparently the storyline, the most recent episode I watched, we learned a bunch more about the storyline. There might have been more since then, so some of my story pieces here might be kind of spotty. But apparently there was some legendary trainer who had that Rayquaza. And, the Rayquaza was his, and he also had a full team of 6 of all these other big, crazy, strong Pokemon as well. I believe there was a massive Arabolva, the olive tree Pokemon thing. There was one of those. That was apparently one of his as well, and I don't know the other 4. But I'm like, this dude's got a shiny Rayquaza? I'm all in. So I don't know if the story is finding him, finding all of his Pokemon, or just simply finding the Rayquaza. But nonetheless, I'm all in on it right now. I think it's really good. I gotta start watching that too. That's one thing with me. Like, if I'm being honest with, like, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, because I'm looking at, like, I like making this content and stuff, and I want to do something with the manga, or maybe even the anime as well. Because I look at the stuff I like to watch. Dude, all I like, if I'm being honest, the only stuff I watch on YouTube is just people talking. Like, I watch Tim the Tatman. I don't really watch him play games. He's been playing Fortnite now, and I like Fortnite, so I watch him play that. But, like, when he would do Call of Duty or, like, Rainbow Six Siege he was doing recently, I don't watch his streams when he's playing the games, or even CSGO. I watch him when he's just sitting there at the start of the stream just talking. I watch all this other stuff. Everything I watch is just people talking. And I'm like, that's why I kind of think the Pokemon manga would work. Yeah, there'd be nothing on the screen, but I would be reading it and talking about it, reacting to it, so... You know what, I might do a stream over winter break here of that and see how it goes. See if you guys like it or not. Because the Pokemon manga is supposed to be crazy. Because the anime isn't based off the manga whatsoever. Like, the manga, if I'm not mistaken, goes through each generation with the main character being the person you play as in the game. Like, I saw one manga panel of it. I mentioned this when we did the legendary tier list with Regigigas. I saw Regigigas throwing straight hands. In both his fists, he had Dialga's head and Palkia's head, and he was slamming them back. I'm like, yo, I like Regigigas already. If this is what Regigigas is like in the manga, I'm gonna like Regigigas even more. And if that's what's happening in the manga, I'm gonna like the manga for sure. And apparently Red's team is completely different than how we've always seen it portrayed in the games and in the anime. In the Origins anime. Oh, let me just say the Pokemon Origins. Like, the normal Pokemon anime, it was always this stuff with Ash, and I love how it concluded, and I do love the Pokemon anime, as it always was. It was really, really good, and I really liked it. But they did the Generation stuff, they did the Origins, they did the Twilight Wing, all of these different off-series they do, they're all amazing. Like, Pokemon could make a legit anime that is phenomenal. Like, they would never probably do this because of the Origins one is the best. That's my favorite. But it's because it's following Red, and we see the Mega Charizard and everything like that. And that came at the start of X and Y when Megas were first being announced and introduced. So that's why I like that one so much. But imagine we got like a legit Pokemon anime. Like, there's a fan-made manga called the... I think these are two separate things. You have the Festival of Champions... and then just the Champions Tournament. The Champions Tournament was like a it was essentially the Masters 8, but someone made a manga where Ash had his best team. Like, he had Ash Greninja come back. Paul was one of the champions that they battled against. Like, it was crazy. It was really cool. I have only seen some stuff of the beginning of it. I've never actually read the whole thing. I think actually there's a YouTube video of it. That's like 2 40-minute videos, so I'm gonna have to check it out for sure. But then there's this other thing called the Festival of Champions. It's a fan-made... Look up Pokemon Festival of Champions. I'm sure you've seen the TikTok of it. It was viral. It was all over the place. But I want to read the actual manga of that because I think it's a fan-made manga. It seems really cool. Like, all that stuff, I think it'd be fun to read and check out, but I can't show it to you guys. So I think I might read it and just do a reaction to it. So I'm being honest, it ain't much different than us just running around doing this shiny hunt. Because look, we've just spent the past almost 2.5 hours running around looking for a shiny Munchlax that is not... Imagine this one's shiny. Yeah, no shiny Munchlax once again. Well, if I'm being honest, I'm going to call it there. 2-hour stream. Was a fun stream. Dude, I wasn't even planning on streaming today. Just streamed out of nowhere just because I was bored. I'm glad I did. This was a really fun stream. Unfortunately, we didn't find the Munchlax, but I did a fun time hanging out and talking with you all. I appreciate all those that took the time to tune in. Shout out to everyone that's been in here. Carter F., Atif R, thank you for tuning in. Golden Koopa, thank you for watching. Redstone, thank you for tuning in. Tomato, thank you for tuning in. Mayo, thank you for tuning in. Everyone that took the time to tune in the stream today. PokeFan, thank you so much. Everyone that watched, I thank you so very much. It really does mean a lot. I really appreciate it. New stream will be going up, or no, new stream will be going up. There will be another stream tomorrow. We'll start off by doing another tier list, and if the tier list goes rather quick, I will transition into doing this shiny hunt once again. So that will be going on tomorrow. If I'm being honest, I have no idea what time we'll go live. Make sure you got the noties on, notifications. click that little bell so you get notified as soon as I go live here on YouTube. I posted a video earlier today talking about my favorite Pokemon trainer, Red, so make sure you watch that video if you haven't seen it already. But for today, that is all. Thank you all so very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and this is